Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe to this video so I continue to make more videos and I can show up in your algorithm. And I'll also leave all of my social media information in the description box below. So make sure you go follow my pages. And also, if you're interested in my DIY cluster lash extensions, then I'll leave my website below so you can go order yours online, as well as my Amazon storefront if you're interested in these DIY hair extensions. And yeah, so let's get into today's video. Today's video is about how you don't look like what you've been through. So that's why they don't take you serious, okay? A lot of times, if you don't look like the struggle, then they don't really believe that you've ever been through it, right? And me personally, I feel like people definitely don't take me serious because of just the way that I am, the way that I carry myself. You know, I'm super girly, super like high maintenance, super into hair, makeup, nails, all the things, beauty. And because of that, I feel like people perceive me in a certain way to where they probably think that I haven't really been through a lot in life and I just have lived like this soft, girly life and I'm like a princess or whatever. Which I'm glad, that they may perceive me that way. I don't want to come off like I've been through it and like I just been struggling, all my life and, I have a hard life. I don't want to come off like that. But what I'm just saying is that people would just probably look at me and perceive me to be a certain way and not really know all of the knowledge that I carry and not take me serious, okay? And not really believe that I know what I'm talking about. I really walk it like I talk it, okay? The things that I talk about it because I'm so very confident in it because I've been through it, right? I don't speak on anything that I don't really know about. And if I do, I will let you know that I really don't know if it's facts or not. I don't know for sure what I'm speaking on, which is why I don't speak on things I don't know. But yeah, y'all, like, the information that I know is, for one, embedded in me. I feel like it's just ancient knowledge that is embedded in my DNA. And a lot of times I just get these like downloads. Like I literally just get guidance from God. Like God will speak to me and I can listen to God talk and give me the knowledge I need in that moment. But other than that, like I have really did my research, okay? I have studied these things that I speak on. Like I have went through these things. I have literally, witnessed these things happening to me personally. When I talk about manifestation, when I talk about, quantum leaping, quantum jumping, when I talk about, Akashic records, like things like that. These are things that I have really looked into and studied and did research on and have witnessed and went through personally. Okay? So when I speak, I'm speaking from experience. So make sure if you're speaking on me and what I'm talking about and what I know, make sure you're putting some respect on my name because I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, like, so if you have ever, feel discredited, if you've ever went through life feeling like, people just, they don't take you serious, they overlook you, you don't feel seen, it's probably because either they know that you have this power in you and they don't want you to know, or they don't believe that it could come from someone like you. I've been overlooked several times, and this is, the same old song. Like, we've heard stories like this a million times about how, a woman won't get taken serious over a man. just because of the gender. Like, they would automatically pick the man and assume that he knows what he's talking about over the woman. You know, I've been in situations like that. I've been in situations, you know, someone else was chosen because they had more followers. You know, someone else was chosen because of the way they dressed. You know, someone else was chosen because of their family background. You know, they came from money. They came from, you know, a big Christian family or like whatever. So people take those people more serious because of, you know, society and how society labels us. So when people look at me up against, like, you know, say a pastor, you know, they're going to take the pastor more serious instead of listening to me because I don't look the part, right? But people don't realize, like, God will use anybody. God will use anybody to give the word out. And that's why I know that I have been called to do this. And I also feel called to do this because of how I look. Because I know that I don't look like what most people look like when they're preaching and they're trying to spread the word in this way. Right? Also, spiritual people, you know, it's a lot of stigma with that. You know, people think that if you're preaching like spirituality and things, then you're a witch. You know, you play with crystals at home and you play with spells and, you know, whatever. Like, no. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who's into, you know, whatever they're into, crystals and things. Like, I definitely used to be into crystals, which I never got into it like that. But what I'm saying is people just have this idea of who you are based off of how you look, how you carry yourself. And I just want to kind of shake that stigma up and let people know, like, you don't have to look like what you've been through. You don't have to look like the knowledge that you embody, that you carry. You know, you don't have to look like what they expect you to look like in order to give the word out and help people. You know, stop conforming to society and their idea of who you should be. If you know what you're talking about, if you're confident in what you're saying, and you're confident in knowing, you know, what you bring to this world, what you can give value to, what you bring to the table, then it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, you know, you should look like. And people are going to miss out on their blessings because they're overlooking the person who don't look like what they thought it should look like. Okay? And I feel like, you know, times are shifting now. I made a video about, you know, my personal choice of being spiritual over religious. And I'm not knocking religious people at all. But make sure you go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But I just really feel like times are changing because people are starting to wake up and realize, like, you know, God speaks through us, in all of us. We don't have to be religious to receive the word from God. Okay? And also, people probably just perceive me to have like this, you know, soft life, and I'm probably spoiled, and, you know, because I'm light skinned, like, I don't have it as hard, and, like, you know, all these things that, like, we have a stigma from, right? No, honey, no. That's why I say I don't look like what I've been through, because your girl done been through the trenches, okay? Like, I done been through some things in life, which is why I have so much knowledge, why I have so much wisdom, why I have so much experience, because I have really experienced a lot of things that has been not the best situations. It's been very hard, okay? Like, my life up until this point was not a soft life. It was very hard, and I had to be very resilient to get to this place that I'm at now. And I feel like I have finally arrived. I feel like I'm finally in a space to have a soft life. I don't have to struggle anymore. And I have built this from the ground up on my own with God. But nobody else but God. And I don't give that credit to nobody. I didn't have a sugar daddy. I didn't have, rich parents. I didn't have inheritance. I didn't have, nothing. Like, I didn't have no type of handouts, period. So I don't say that as, like I'm trying to have it as a badge of honor, or like I'm better than somebody because I had to struggle to get to where I'm at. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I just think people don't take me serious because I don't look like the struggle. Because when I was going through it, I would always pick my head up and, wipe my tears off and put a little bit of makeup on and brush my hair and keep it pushing. Because, I'm not going to look like what life handed me. You can't go out like that. And I just refused. I refused. And I think that's what really kept me. My business, my makeup business kept me. It gave me something to push for, to strive for, to work for. And being able to keep myself up during that struggle saved me. I really feel like, it kept me here. So I hate when makeup a lot of times gets like a bad rep, like, oh, you're just trying to cover up and you're trying to be somebody you're not. Da, da, da. No. We all know when you look good, you feel good. I personally feel like I'm naturally pretty. I don't need a lot of makeup. I don't have any makeup on now. I have a little bit of lashes and a little bit of lip gloss and some lip liner. That's it. I personally feel like I'm naturally beautiful. But of course, when I take the time to do some extra steps and put on some lip gloss and, put on the lashes and brush my hair and like whatever, like I feel so much better about myself than if I just roll out of bed and, I'm mad at the world and I don't even brush my hair and I look like I'm mad at the world, So just put in a little bit of effort, and a little goes a long way. And, let them overlook you. Let them not take you serious. Let them pass you by. Let them give that opportunity to who they feel like looks the part or deserves the part. Because it's not for you. The people who you want in your life, the opportunities you want, the experiences you want, it's going to come to you from people who see you and know your worth and know what you bring to the table, what you bring to this world. No matter what you look like, no matter what they think it should look like, just stop worrying about it and continue to bring value. Continue to just show up and be you. And yeah, just disregard anybody who tries to keep you in a box, right? Yeah. I'm just going to end this here. I don't want to continue to rant about it, but I was just feeling like, I really have been overlooked by a lot of people sometimes, and I know other people have felt like this as well. Like, they have all this knowledge. They know what they bring. They know the value that they have, and it can help a lot of people. It can do a lot of things, but people don't see it because they don't take you serious. But it's fine, because Listen, the right people are going to see you, and the right people are going to help elevate you. And all the people who doubted you, and all the people who just could not see the vision, and who just refused to see you, even though they see you, they're going to see you. Okay? They're going to see you. And they're going to be amazed at what they overlooked. But yeah, y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and drop me the eyes emojis, okay? Because y'all see me, and I see y'all, and we see each other, because we gonna find our tribe. That's another thing. Like, I really want to make these videos too, so I can just start finding my people, finding my tribe, the people who get it. If you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then it's okay. Just subscribe to this channel, and then I'm going to teach you. All right. But yes, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Love you.